If you transfer over to us, we match or beat your existing commission grid. Plus, with your first app, you get cash for contracting or leads for contracting, your choice. Okay. By the way, it looks like we finally got that issue figured out. So we are good to go. So we're going to send out a thank you email to everybody that's on today's webinar. We're going to include a lot of this information we're touching on today. We'll include F&G licensing so you can get set up as soon as possible. And then, like I said, if you're with another IMO, use the cash for contracting or leads for contracting incentive to move the contract. With your first app, you get your check or your free leads, okay? Up to you. That's simple. Okay, let's move forward here. That's the Mary Reed podcast that I was talking about earlier. We're going to jump into the feature presentation with Lucas. So sit back, relax, take your notes. I want you to be the winner when we finish up in about 40 minutes. So without further ado, I want to introduce our VP at F&G, Lucas Christensen. Luke, you there, bud?
I'm here. Can you hear me, Bill?
Yep, loud and clear. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, hey, thanks so much for allowing me the opportunity to talk to everybody, and apologize everyone for the delay. As Bill stated, I think I've been doing, dozens of these since the pandemic started. And like Bill mentioned, I guess GoToMeeting, WebEx, Zoom are just getting flooded, as you can all imagine. But appreciate you guys bearing with us. Like Bill said, I think you're really going to like what you have to hear. Because this Power Producer program from our company at F&G, there's really nothing like it out in the industry today. So we've definitely got a niche, and it's all about us taking care of our producers, such as yourselves. So I think you'll really like what we have to say. But my name's Luke Christensen. I'm a Vice President of National Accounts on the annuity side at F&G, and really look forward to talking to you guys a little about what we have to offer. So before I jump into the Power Producer program, I just wanted to share a few quick updates about the company and our products, because I'm not going to spend any time really talking about specific product features today. This is all about you and what's in it for you to do business with us. But if you're not familiar with F&G, we are an A- rated company. You might have seen some positive news lately in the press. We recently got upgraded by 3 of the 4 ratings agencies. We were already A- with AM Best back in November of 2019. Now we're with S&P and Fitch, also A-, and Moody's has a different rating system. We're Baa2 with them. So 3 out of the 4 agencies were A-, and we're not stopping there. We're on our way to A. So really excited. That presents a lot of opportunities for us as a company, and really eliminates hopefully any objections you might encounter with clients, because I know clients are getting more educated and utilizing Google and search engines to look up companies. Hopefully that's one less objection for you to do business with us. So really now is a really great time, if you haven't started doing business with us, to maybe give us a look. And for those of you who have, we really appreciate the partnership that we have in place with you, and welcome any new ones. F&G as a company, we've been around since, as a life and annuity company, 1959. We're headquartered in Des Moines. We were one of the very first companies to offer index annuities back in 1998 is when we started designing our first index annuity. So we're one of the first ones in this space. We insure over 700,000 policyholders today. Our offices are in Des Moines, Iowa, and we have over 330 people in our headquarters. Little known fact about F&G, prior to 1959 as a life and annuity company, we actually started as a property and casualty company with origins all the way back to 1898. So little known fact. So as a life and annuity company in 1959, as a property and casualty company, origins all the way back before 1900. So a few company facts and stats to make you and maybe your clients give that warm, fuzzy feeling to do business with us. So it's in other words, it's not our first rodeo. We've been doing this for quite some time. Really quickly on the product front, before the main event here, F&G has always had very competitive products. I've been with the company for over 6 years, And as I actually represented the company as a marketer, I worked for an IMO for 3 years prior to that. And as an agent, I was a financial advisor and personal producer myself. So I'm very familiar with F&G and their offerings for a long time. I would tell you this, and as biased as I am now, even prior to coming here, F&G has always been a very competitive product provider. That really wasn't the issue with the company. I think for a while before I started, the service levels weren't really what you might like to see from a company. Now that's since been cleaned up since we headquartered in Des Moines. And also the ratings, weren't A for quite some time. It wasn't until just this past November until the company got the A- rating back. But on the product front, always been a very, very competitive provider. As I mentioned before, been doing it for a long time. Whether it's accumulation and growth, we've got quick, 30-second pitch, the top performing or the number one and number two performing custom index strategies in 2019. So if you're just looking for pure accumulation and growth, don't need income, we're a leader in that category. We've also got some very competitive guaranteed income products and the opportunity to get more income through performance. So if you're looking for maybe a little bit of both growth and accumulation and income, we've really got some good solutions there as well. So we've kind of crafted a solution for any particular client desire or client goal, whether it's income, whether it's growth, whether it's our newest creation has a death benefit feature and really nice liquidity. Whatever that client is looking for, I can assure you we're going to have a very competitive and compelling story to offer you in all those categories, and would welcome any opportunities to talk about that with any of you. All right, so with that being said, let's talk about the Power Producer Program, which arguably is one of the reasons why we're growing so much and why we've rapidly grown to now. In the last chart I saw in the last quarter, we were the number 3 provider in the IMO space today in the annuity world. So, and that number just quickly is growing and growing up the charts. This Power Producer Program is the main reason why. Prior to DOL, you probably saw as a producer a ton of perks available to you. Maybe it's extra compensation, trips, deferred comp programs, all the above, right? And then DOL happened. It was kind of a dirty three-letter word there for a while. During that time, and we all know DOL did not go through in its proposed fashion. But during that time, you saw a lot of change. You saw a lot of carriers either watering programs down or completely taking them away from you, which was frustrating, I'm sure, and still is, right? And in my humble opinion, companies did that a bit preemptively and used DOL as a scapegoat. It was an excuse to take these things away. One thing I'm really proud of today is that F&G did not do that. And I tell you what, that was a very smart decision and ended up contributing and being a main factor to our rapid growth and success today. Because you fast forward to today, DOL didn't happen. A lot of carriers took this stuff away, but that left agents kind of high and dry. And you guys didn't have those incentives that you once had. Well, now today, this is a really excellent recruiting tool or shiny object because you can't really find anything like this. There's only one other carrier I'm aware of in the IMO space that has a deferred comp program, and your upfront compensation gets sacrificed. We don't do that. So the highlight of our Power Producer Program, as we call it, is our deferred compensation program. And this is where F&G contributes on your behalf to your retirement. Think of it almost as if it's your own 401k program. And your only contribution to that 401k is by partnering with us and doing business with us. We take care of the rest. If you see this example on the screen, this is an example of somebody doing the minimum production of 1.75 million of indexed annuity business over 6 calendar years, okay? So 1.75 million of FIA business is the bogey. That's the target. And if you hit that, as you can see, this account really starts to stack up and grow exponentially. Had you been doing the minimum of 1.75, you'd have 80 grand in this account And remember, you're not sacrificing your upfront comp, right? You're already getting all the generous compensation. And I'll tell you, we don't ding upfront compensation. We're competitive there. We offer really nice, attractive upfront comp. Some products are extremely high as well. So this is in addition to what you're already getting from F&G, right? And I've got several more examples to explain this program. But in this example, from 2013 to 2018, you'd have a retirement account of 80 grand. We've been doing this for 17 years now. And because of what we call a persistency credit, which I'll explain here in a little bit, over 20 agents have more than $1 million in this account. So I can tell you, the longer you write with us and the more you write with us, this account can just explode. So we really reward loyalty, and it just pays to keep doing business with us here. And I've got some really nice examples that will elaborate on that. So let's say instead of one credit, you did $3 million of index annuity business. Well, 1.75 times 2 is 3.5. So that doesn't give you 2 credits, but good news is you get a half credit. So that is 1.5 credits. What does that amount to over a longer period of time, right? That's really when this program starts to make sense and add up. So over a 10-year period, I took the liberty of putting this example together for you. Over 10 years, your account grows to $326,334. As you can see on the screen, there's a vesting schedule in the program, and after 6 years of consistently writing with us, you're 100% vested in the program. So that entire balance is fully vested after 6 years. But you're probably wondering, what are these persistency credits? Well, let's assume that the business you write with F&G stays on the books, okay? Every year you write with us, we're going to keep crediting you on prior year's business. Okay, so in the first year, you did 1.5 credits, so you got $5,250 for that first year, okay? The second year, again, you did 1.5 credits. Well, as you can see in that second column, we actually contributed $10,500 or double that $5,250. And the reason is a persistency credit. Let's say that first year business all stayed on the books with F&G. We're not only rewarding you in that second year for all the volume in the second year, we're giving you another credit from that prior year's business. So while we contributed $10,500 in that year, you had also already banked $5,250, so your total is $15,750. And this is really where it starts getting cool. Every single year we start doing that, and it stacks and stacks and stacks on top of each other like a stair-like fashion. In that previous example that I showed, you'll probably understand that a bit better now, because look here, in that 6th year, you don't just get 1 credit in that 6th year, you get 6 credits for that year. So instead of 1 credit of $3,750, you got 23 grand in that 6th year. That's the power of a persistency credit. So you can see what I meant earlier by rewarding loyalty, and the longer you write and the more you write, since there's no limit on the amount of credits, the sky's the limit with this account. So in the 10th year, we're actually giving you 10 credits worth, or however many credits you write, right? In this example, that's 1.5 credits. So take that times 10, or 52 grand contributed in that year. It's just a fantastic program. I also got another example. So we do combine annuity and life insurance. So let's say you do both lines of business and you do 2 credits worth of annuity business and 1 credit worth of life business, okay? So here we show just the power of getting an additional 1.5 credits, if I'm comparing this to the last example. Well, that last example, we had about 330 grand. You can see that account doubles over 10 years. We're up to $673,000. The sky's the limit. I mean, our number 1 producer last year did over $20 million. That was a boatload of credits. I think we added, $60,000 at least just for that 1 year. And guess what? If that producer does the bare minimum of 1.75 per year, we're still going to keep crediting him 60 grand every single year, assuming that business stays on the books. So at least worst case scenario, think about doing one credit with us so you don't leave money on the table, right? And you'll see that there's a hypothetical account value on some of these examples. That's because Principal is the custodian of this plan. So this isn't some phantom account that has a bookkeeping value that you don't get to keep track of, you don't get to see. The following year that you qualify, you actually get a login from Principal. You get a login to your account. You can allocate this money to whatever you want. It's automatically going to be put into a money market account, but you'll have 20 different fund selections to pick and choose from. If you want to put it in an equity portfolio or a certain sector, you've got a lot of different options to pick and choose from. But the most important thing is you've got the flexibility and control to direct that money yourself. We're not choosing to do that for you. And I know a lot of my reps really, really like that about the program. So here we've got yet another example, and this is showing somebody shooting for the moon and doing $10.5 million a year. Obviously, this account's going to explode over 10 years. That's $1.3 million. I told you we've got over 20 millionaires in this plan, but I'll tell you, it doesn't take $10.5 million to be a millionaire in this plan. Some of those producers have been writing with us for 10, 15, some of them 17 years that we've been doing this program. You'll see just the longer you write, it just pays to at least do the one credit. Also, we give you 1 year of forgiveness. So let's say you miss a year, okay? That's fine. Business is off. Maybe you had a family or medical emergency. That's fine. We give you 1 year of grace. It's only when there's 2 consecutive years of not qualifying is when we would pay out whatever the vested balance is. So just know we do give you a 1 year of forgiveness as well. But, I know I went, quite some time talking about this program. Hopefully you've got a pretty good understanding now of the potential and, how powerful this can be. And I do want to ask you a question. It's a rhetorical question, but I want you to think about this. A lot of you are in the business of helping people retire in some way, form, or fashion, right? You're helping them every single day prepare for, plan for, and enjoy their retirement. And I want to ask yourself this question: who out there is helping you with your retirement? And F&G is a partner that you can trust and has made a commitment to you that we value your retirement. As we know you're doing that for your clients, we want to do that for you. So the Power Producer Program, I would say, is the most important element of the F&G program. We also still do a trip too. I know not many companies do trips, but on a calendar year basis, for next year, we're going to take our top 100 producers to the Four Seasons in Hawaii on the Big Island. So we always have a great time. It's done right. It's always at a classy resort like Four Seasons or the Ritz. And there's still plenty of time left to qualify. You got almost over 5 months, so not quite 6 months left. But it ends about mid-December, and our top 100 writers, I'd say about 5 million of index annuity business would earn you an invite to Hawaii. So still time left to get there. But that concludes my portion here of the meeting. Sorry for the delay. Really apologize for that, but hopefully it was worth your time knowing what you have in it for you. But I will turn it back to Bill. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that was great, Lucas. Thank you so much. And what we're going to do is in today's thank you email, we'll send you all the hot products, the hot bullets, the agent perks information. So everything you need to get started. If you don't receive that email from us today, by let's say the end of the workday, let us know. That means we have your wrong email or it's sitting in your junk folder. So please reach out. Okay, what we're going to do, because we had these technical issues in the beginning, and I so apologize. And if you've been on our prior trainings, you know that's not the way we operate. So I'm going to do something a little unique for today's presentation. So when we are done, we're going to ask our question of the day. And not only am I going to give away one prize, which is tablet or gift card, We're going to do first place and second place. So 2 agents on today's call are going to walk away winners. We'll announce both names at the end, and we'll be done right before 3 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so sit tight. What I want to do now is shift gears and introduce real quick. I'm sure you've probably met them by now if you're doing business with Levinson, but if not, we have Josh Hoffman on the left side and Ashley Bradbury on the right side with a combined annuity experience of over 40 years, okay? That's at the home office level and on the IMO space. Okay, so great stuff, great resources for you to leverage, okay? And if you've never sold an annuity before, no problem. Pick up the phone, call Josh or Ashley. They are here in our Coral Springs location, and they are 100% focused on annuity sales and helping the Levinson agents. If you're a veteran and you sell 100 annuities a month, even better. Please call Josh or Ashley. I'm sure you can still learn something or take advantage of one of our great value add annuity platforms or the incentive programs that we're going to talk about in just a minute. We have 25 direct IMO contracts on the annuity side. Okay, so I'm sure we have some room to discuss a great carrier and product for you that maybe you don't know about or maybe that you're not selling today. So please leverage Josh and Ashley. Okay, I want to jump right in here and introduce Ashley officially on today's webinar, and she's going to take the wheel and go over some great incentives and hot buttons on the Levinson Annuity Department. Ashley, you there?
Yes, I am. Thank you so much, Bill. So one of the first things I want to get into is our annuity experience that we have available on our website. We have a special annuity section just for our annuity agents that offers various tools for our agents. You can see the current interest rates, annuity training. You can also request quotes, and you can also go right in here and complete an e-app as well if you'd like. And one of the newest sections that we revised is our annuity sales tools. We have things on here that are available for our agents to utilize when they meet with clients. We have financial checklists. We also have an annuity needs assessment that a lot of our agents take to their appointments whenever they meet clients, and that way they know what information exactly they need to get from the client in order to know what product to write for the client. We also have consumer-friendly presentations as well available for our agents. Next, this is just some of our hot products of the month. We update this every month for our agents. So if you're looking for a multi-year guaranteed annuity, or it could be a fixed indexed annuity, either way, you can go to the spreadsheet. It is available on our site as well and see what the top products are, just to give you an idea of what products would be best to write and have the highest rates currently. And next thing is, I just wanted to let our agents know Ocean View is our carrier with the highest MIGA product rates currently. They are having a rate increase or rate decrease on Tuesday, July 28th. So the last day to get in all the applications would be on Monday, the 27th, to go ahead and lock in that rate. You also have some time to get the funds in as well, so you don't have to worry about the funds getting in that same day, but the application does have to be in-house there Monday. That is the last day to get the current rates. We recently revamped our annuity marketing allowance program for our agents. So depending on how much you sell in annuity business, you can either earn a marketing allowance or annuity mailer lead drops. You can also have a chance to get 2 nights in a hotel for our agent expo. So there's various things that we have available, incentives for our agents, depending on the amount of premium that you write. And lastly, we are having a special this month, a commission bonus offer for agents who write Equitable Life. It does have to be a fixed index annuity, a 10 or a 14 year. They do have the Denali or the Teton available. It can be any amount. If you do 10 apps, then you get the 25 basis points for each app. So just a reminder, the last day to qualify for this would be July 31st. So make sure that you get your app in-house July 31st, and you do have 60 days to get the funds in as well to qualify for this program. And one of the new products that Equitable has came out with is the Denali. The great thing about this, it is a fixed index annuity with 7, 10, and 14-year guaranteed options. This is a great product because if you have a client who's not sure if they want an income rider, but they do like the possibility of having one, there is a free lifetime income rider on here that does not have any fees. So it's a great thing to utilize because even if the client decides down the road they don't want the income, then they didn't waste any of their accumulation value on that income rider fee. So it's a great option for clients planning for their future and for their retirement, or for clients who just want to lock their funds up for accumulation. There are some great uncapped accumulation strategies available as well. They do have a Barclays Atlas option that does great, and it has great historical performance as well. So this is a good option for your clients as well. And lastly, this is just an example of how well the Barclays Atlas 5 index has done. This is an uncapped index allocation. The participation rate is 145%, which is amazing. This is on an annual index as well. And this is a display of the historical statistics on the 14-year product with Equitable. So this gives you an idea, the potential that your client can earn, 10.53 annually on the 14-year product. So that's an amazing accumulation rate there, available for your clients as well. And Bill, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Perfect, Ashley. Good stuff. So, and I also want everyone to understand that we literally meet once a month and go over, whatever the hottest products are, whatever the hottest carriers are on the annuity front, we're going to bring them to you, okay? We have literally grown this department by tenfold in the last 12 months, even during COVID-19. So I don't want anyone to think for a second, oh, right now no one's buying annuities and, I'm just spinning my wheels. Absolutely not true, okay? We are having a record month, and Ashley and Josh can dive into the hottest products right now and what's hot, what's not, and then, of course, take advantage of the fire sale. Also, on the iGenius side, okay, as far as value add, like in other words, okay, fine, I'm going to go with Levinson, but what do you guys have that's different? Why are you, not like every other annuity IMO out there on the street? So the main difference is we want to provide you a turnkey platform for, let's say, a co-op lead program, an annuity mailer program, the annuity experience website that Ashley just touched on, the Annuity Genius software, okay, very, very unique on the annuity side, but these are things that you can take advantage of. We have the scholarship program that literally is approved. So in other words, that annuitant gets a free 1-year tuition scholarship if they purchase a qualifying annuity from one of 5 carriers, okay? That is very unique. There's no charge, there's no commission reduction for you to participate, but that's a great marketing spin, especially during this time right now when you're forced to market online and through social media. Why not market this, let's say, to retirees for their grandkids, right? And just as another value add by working with you as an agent versus another agent on the street that's trying to market to the same client or prospect, right? So these are things you need to think about, and we're thinking about this constantly because at the end of the day, we understand, yes, today we're talking about F&G. They have a great indexed annuity, but most IMOs are marketing F&G and have a contract, okay? Now, they're probably under 5 different layers before the IMO, which we are obviously a direct IMO, but at the end of the day, why Levinson versus everyone else? And we understand the value add is what makes us unique. So we have to constantly innovate and come out with great training and incentives and lead programs so you all can get your foot in the door. So we take this very, very seriously, and I just want everyone to understand that. And if you have suggestions, comments, we want to hear from you. So please feel free. It's our goal to build the annuity division, the new senior health division, as big, if not bigger, than the life side here at Levinson. In fact, it looks like we are moving into a new standalone building that's almost double the size by the end of 2020. So things are going great, and it's all because of you. So please feel free to reach out, okay? We were built around our agents, and we'll always continue to put our agents first, okay? And you have to know that, and I want everyone to feel comfortable knowing that. Okay, so by the way, we're just about done here. Sorry about the little rant. These are some of our upcoming trainings that I think are very, very important. And also on the annuity side, once again, every quarter we bring in one of the top annuity consultants who's not related to any carrier, okay? And we kind of tap in to his head and see what's hot, what's not, sales ideas, strategies, all around annuities. So you can listen to the past podcasts or webinars where we had Chris on, but that's another great training tool for you all, especially if you want to be dangerous on the annuity side. Okay, that's all of our technology. And by the way, we're launching the Agency Automator annuity version. That's going to be coming out in the next month or two, so you'll see that. But as you can see, every single day of the week, 2 p.m. Eastern, we host our tech webinars that are built for you to jump in, ask questions, and get you comfortable with everything that we offer. On the bottom there, another great marketing spin for annuities is Legacy Armor. That's like an online safe deposit box, and you all can be enrolled in the program for free. Your client pays less than the price of a Starbucks cup of coffee a month, okay? It's $50 a year. All of their information is stored online in a vault. When they pass on, their beneficiaries are all notified, okay, in real time. It's called AI, artificial intelligence action, which means if that annuitant, let's say, moves to Switzerland and she passes on and her kids have no idea where she is or if she's alive or whatever the case is, they're notified instantly that Aunt Betty passed on from Switzerland. And they get an email ping, and they get access to her entire Legacy Armor platform with all of her annuities, life insurance info, passwords, pictures, maybe the treasure chest that's buried under Uncle Barry's house in Coral Springs, whatever the case is. Everything is available, and that's only offered with our agents because no one else has access to this program, especially for free, okay? So that's another great marketing spin. Okay, in red, top products sold during the pandemic. That's going to be an awesome webinar. That is tomorrow, okay? We're going to handpick all of the hottest life and annuity products. We're going to jump in tomorrow at 2 p.m. Make sure you're on that call. On the bottom in blue, the #1 IUL sales software platform, only available through Levinson. We're going over that next week on the 28th at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So again, same thing goes, IUL space. If you want to be dangerous, you're a rookie, you're a pro, doesn't matter. Everyone will walk away with great info. There is my buddy in the bottom left corner. That's Alonzo Mourning from the Miami Heat, who's a friend of mine, and I wanted to touch on this Positive Tuesday quote, and then we're going to ask our question of the day. So real quick, I always like to end on a positive note, even with all the tech issues that we had in the beginning. It's so funny. When we first started, my phone lit up with like 10 messages. Bill, we can't see the screen. The screen's not right. We hear background noise. I'm like freaking out. But anyway, I'm glad everything worked out good. Sometimes we just can't control these third-party vendors on the tech side, as you know, so we can just do our best. But I like to end on a positive note. As always, you are the average of your 5 closest friends. Your environment pulls the best or worst out of you. Choose wisely. Okay, and that is so true with family, friends, networking, okay, especially during this time. You want to be around the positivity. You don't want to hear, the same person that has the same problems every time you talk to them. Eventually, you become one of those problems. It's not rocket science. Surround yourself with people that will bring you up, Okay, it's very important, as you know, no brainer. Okay, question of the day. And like I said, I promise we're going to give away 2 prizes today. So we're going to do first and second place. So whoever answers first incorrectly wins. And then whoever answers second incorrectly also wins. We're going to give you both names right now. Question of the day. How many annuity carriers does Levinson have where we have direct IMO contracts with, of course? How many annuity carriers does Levinson offer? I said it twice during the presentation. Tell me how many carriers you win. Joe, do we have a winner, please?
Yep, we do. That was probably a record for response time. The first winner is Roy V. from Florida.
Roy V., congrats, from Florida. Second
is Willie T. from California.
Willie T. from California, Roy from Florida. The answer, 25 direct IMO contracts on the annuity side here at Levinson. Congrats to the winners. Have a great rest of the week. Sorry once again about the tech issues. Take care, talk soon, and stay safe.